Bang Bang Alley is a three-part crime drama film that delves into the culture of violence in our society. And to tell us more about this movie, we have in the studio one of the directors, Palisoc, and actor Gabe Mercado. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak.
Good morning, Amelin. Thank you for having us.
Well, first let's tell us briefly about the three stories in Bang Bang Alley.
Yeah, all right. So there are three. It's a trilogy. The first
Yes.
is Asot Pusa.
Pusat Daga.
Asot Pusat Daga. That's directed by Yan Yuson, and it's a political thriller.
Yeah, it's about
a journalist,
it's about
right?
a journalist who witnesses a political massacre.
And then the other
The second
two,
episode
the
is
second
Machina, of course,
Yes,
ours,
your episode.
which we shall tell you about in a while.
Okay.
And then the third one is written and directed by Eli Bendia.
Called Pusakal.
Apusakal,
And
yes.
it-
This is about the...
It tells the story of a young woman who is running away from crime that she committed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's focus on Machina since that was what you worked on. Now, Machina, King, how is it different, or how did you tweak it, for example, from the other three episodes?
Well, for one, when we were developing the stories, from the very start, we set out we wanted the stories to be different from each other. So, like if you notice, as Pusat Daga is about parang it's more a political thriller.
Yes.
And ours is really more on tabloid crimes. So it
That's
there,
right.
you know,
what
so
you see
if
in the
y-
front page of the tabloid.
Yeah, exactly. So if you notice in our tabloids, we have a lot of those, you know,
Yes.
crimes of passion, di ba? Pinatay dahil nagselos, or
Yes,
ano, di ba? So it was something that I really wanted to explore. Parang not so much about the story behind, but it is really more about the character, like what goes through the minds of people who you know experience these. Yung parang when they're pushed off the edge, and you know.
So the person who was pushed off the edge in this episode is Gabe's
It's
character.
exactly.
Yeah, you have that sinister look in your eye, Gabe. You have that
Can
laugh.
you see it?
I look like the type who gets pushed off the edge. Yeah.
Yeah, tell us more about this because it's really different from your usual roles. We usually see
I
you
love
make
it.
us laugh.
Yeah.
And then in this one, it's very different.
Yeah, I play the role of Eman. I am a driver for one of those dial massage companies. And siguro nandun na rin sa pangalan na Eman, I'm like your everyday man.
Yeah. Jolly,
Unremarkable,
happy.
uninteresting. Probably somebody you wouldn't even talk to if you saw them eating in a carinderia somewhere. Just normal. And then through the course of what I do, doing my job, being a husband, trying to make ends meet, things just go horribly wrong, and I get pushed off the edge, and I get
Parang everything wrong happened
everything
to the
wrong
character that
happens,
day or something
and
like that.
on top of that, I make just all the wrong decisions. On top of all the wrong circumstances happening in my life, and I end up where I end up, and it's it's quite a journey.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure this must be, is it a relief for you that at least it's a different character that you're playing this time?
Within the first few minutes of the talent coordinator first getting in touch with me about the project, and once they said the magic word na hindi ka magpapatawa dito, yes. Yes.
I think he was just waiting for that.
You know, it's a character na ganun. And then I've been in the business for some time, and although I'm very thankful for all the opportunities that have been thrown my way, I primarily identify with the label of actor. A comedian is a functional thing, and it gets me work. But
And you
I'm
make
an
us
actor.
laugh.
Yeah, oh, thank you. Thank
we
you.
enjoy it.
But I'd rather be known as an actor that can make you laugh rather than just as a comedian. So I enjoy my comedy work, but I enjoy work like this so much more. So thrilled when it was offered to me, said yes right away, and I'm very happy that now we're sharing it with the whole country.
Yeah, I know it's already airing, it's already showing nationwide.
Yeah.
Now, King, this being it's a, how do we say it? A violent crime. Is it really
thriller.
violent? I
Crime
mean,
thriller,
when we read the stories, or I mean the reports
synopsis,
about
yeah.
this, the synopsis, it seems like it's something that, is it going to be gory? I mean, how did you treat this as an as a thriller, as a crime?
Well, it is violent, so there's going to be blood.
Okay. And
At least for our
that's my-
segment, we don't have any guns, but it's going to
Okay.
be violent.
So,
Yeah, we don't have guns.
We don't
at
have any
least.
guns. So
That doesn't mean it isn't less violent.
Yes, exactly.
Violent, but we don't have guns.
Yes, exactly. So just the context clues. He's a driver, and we don't have guns. But yeah, it's not as graphic as
As the
one
other-
would think.
Yeah, there are no exploding heads or
So
limbs
it's more of
being cut
emotions.
off. Yes.
we're
it's-
going to like when we
yeah.
watch it, it's going to be like we'll feel the emotions of the
Yeah.
characters, the pain,
And
the
yeah, exactly.
anger.
We wanted people to get or to understand violence not through showing too much blood or it's really more about exploring the character and understanding the character and where he's coming from. So
It's the journey
yeah.
towards violence that's really explored in the different stories. And what's scary for me is that it also shows how slippery the slope is into violence. That it isn't necessarily something that only a killer will do, but
Yeah,
somebody
exactly.
living their normal
Yeah,
lives
exactly.
can be pushed into that path.
But I'm sure it didn't, make you feel, after making this, it didn't make you feel. Sometimes, they say when you act on a certain character and then after which you somehow feel it as well. I mean, there's nothing like
I
that.
hope not.
We still want to see.
It's
we still
strangely
want to-
cathartic. So
All right.
Yeah.
Well, do invite everybody. I know it's showing nationwide now, and tell our audience and tell them what they can expect or what they will have.
Yeah, so
How they
Bang
will
Bang
enjoy it.
Alley, we're showing in cinemas nationwide. We started showing last Wednesday, and hey, you guys know how independent cinema is in the Philippines. If you don't watch it today, it might not be there tomorrow. So,
So watch it
it's a
now.
great trilogy. Stories by Yan Yuzon, King Palisoc, and Ellie Buendia. It's definitely worth your time. If you don't watch it, I'm gonna come and get you.
He's not kidding.
Okay. We don't want that. Okay. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining us
Annalyn.
this morning. King Palisoc, he's the director of Machina for Bang Bang Alley, and of course, Mr. Gabe Mercado.
Thank
in his first lead role.
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
Now, Stephen Colbert replaces David Letterman on The Tonight Show. And what do kids do when they're given lemons? We'll tell you after the break. You're still watching Daybreak on the Solar News Channel.